Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you have joined us from the part one of Emmasaurus and over there. And me, Boone Builds, we were building the Lego Creator Ferris wheel. This is, I think, 31119.
Yeah, think so.
And here is the cover of the box. I think I'm probably about halfway through. You're right. We were right around halfway,
so.
right?
Yeah, you're a little farther than me, but not by much.
Not by much, just by like maybe a page.
Yeah.
So Trevor Baker, Kellyanne, Brick Jedi, Anna, Nathanos, that's a cool name. Luke is here. Axel Plate is here. Mamasaurus, thank you all for joining us. And this is going to be a real fun time. I hope. I don't have
Definitely
to hope. I know
be.
It's going to be great. I know it's going to be great. All right. So we are just diving back into our build.
Yeah.
So my build area is below. I guess I'll put the names up on the thing so that people can see us. Is that good? Emmasaurus. Yeah. I want everyone to know. And there are links in the description below for Emmasaurus's channel, as well as the stream that we just finished up a few minutes ago. So hopefully this will be good.
Yeah.
And I gotta wrap my head around where I was. I think I was just in the middle of building the second hub.
Yeah. I think that's around where I was too. It's kind of nice. Like I like all the repetitive parts. It makes streaming go a little bit quicker too. You can focus more on the chat.
I like repetitive parts when I actually realize that the instructions are telling me to do a repetitive thing.
Yeah, fair. Definitely. Yeah, it's the worst getting to the end of, a build and you're like, oh, I had to do this 7 more times. Okay. That's never fun.
If you are a Boone Builds regular and you're joining us today, thank you so much for being here. If you are new to Boone Builds, then that probably means you're joining us from the Emmasaurus stream. And I just want to thank you for coming on over. And if you like this, if you like this video, I hope you will hit the like button and perhaps consider subscribing to Boone Builds here on YouTube or over there on Facebook. You can like the page. Dave McKiernan says, what are we building here? Dave, thanks for joining us. Emily and I are each building the new Lego Creator Ferris wheel. So we did the first half of the stream on her channel, and now we're over here on Boone Builds. And you can see I've got the base of the Ferris wheel pretty much done here. The structure, the legs, if you will. They're going to hold this thing together. And I've built one hub. And I'm now building the second hub. TT Brick says, hello, Boone and Emma. Does anyone call you Emma, or is it always Emily or Emmasaurus?
People call me Emma. It's not my name, but I can totally understand why they call me Emma.
So how did it become Emmasaurus?
I mean, Emilysaurus sounded bad, but okay. I don't know. Like I always liked dinosaurs, and really like it just kind of happened. So we tried a few different names initially. We were like Deep Fried Bricks, which is like just Texas. I don't know, deep fried everything. Okay. And then we actually got our Nintendo Switch, and I was like trying to pick my gaming name, and one of the icons that you can be is the Mario dinosaur with the hat. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And so I don't know, I just picked like Emmasaurus, and then 2 years later we started, rebooted the channel. And I was like, that's funny. Let's stick with that. So awesome. Not that great of a story, but that's how it happened.
Cool. Hey, Trevor Baker just became a Boone Builds supporter over on Patreon. Thank you very much, Trevor.
Awesome.
Let's see. And I think Bretsky said something about when does the Boone channel membership start? I haven't thought about starting a channel membership. You do that, right, Emily?
Yeah, I have that. Yeah.
Do you enjoy doing that?
I don't know the difference. So I've never had like a Patreon or anything like that. So I don't really note a difference. I think it's kind of cool. Well, first of all, it's just like amazing that YouTube has this option for people on the same platform to be able to support you there. Because I don't know, I feel like people are more likely to just like stick within the same platform. But really, it's just incredible. Like the community, it makes it so much fun. Like you see all the different tags in chat, and you can see who's members, how long they've been members, and it's like overwhelming sometimes when you just have like this huge like Emmasaurus community, and you're like, oh hi, like I don't know, you like become friends with everybody. It's really wholesome. Like you learn about their pets and like their favorite Lego themes, and you know what they're currently building. It's just so cool. But yeah, I definitely do like the YouTube channel memberships.
That's awesome.
I'm glad they do that.
Yeah, I've been doing Patreon. I put a lot of energy into like starting up a Patreon at the beginning of this year. And I don't know if it like is, first of all, if you're here and you're watching, your support over on Patreon is incredibly gracious. And I can't thank you enough for that, because it's every month it's a little piece of the revenue that I can count on that allows me to continue to create content here. So I really appreciate all of you that support over on Patreon. But I'm not 100% sure that Patreon is what I really want to be doing long term for that kind of, member support. And I'm sort of wondering if YouTube membership would make more sense for me. The reason I went with Patreon is because YouTube is not the only platform I create for. So I thought that if I did, Patreon, then I could, incorporate some things from multiple different platforms. And I just haven't really done that much. And I had these big ideas about, what I wanted to do with Patreon. And I'm just not 100% sure that the ideas that I had in mind are what people are really there for, and so I think it might just be better if it was simpler for everybody. And if there was like, I don't know, I feel like Brixie's so good at it. I don't know what your experience has been, but anyway.
Yeah.
Somebody asked a question over here. Hassani says, sorry I'm late. Hey, don't ever apologize.
Where's Hassani?
You do not need to apologize for being late. Thank you so much for being here. Aubrey is here. Aubrey watches your channel too, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
I love seeing Aubrey. She's always such a great support in the community. Luke Wallace says, Boone, are you going to do more tours of Lego conventions with Joshua? I think I probably could. We haven't done one in a really long time because we haven't been going to conventions. So now they are back on the road. Just I think this last weekend, Beyond the Brick started going back on the road. And the next time we will be in the same place will be probably Utah, Brick Slopes at the end of August. And if they ask me to do if I'm there and I have time and they ask me to do the floor tour with Joshua, those were always very fun. So I would be pleased to do that again. If they're doing a show where they've got more people, like if they bring in Brian Saviano to like do convention footage coverage, then it probably won't be me. It'll probably be Brian and Joshua. But if Joshua and I find ourselves together at a convention, then we'll probably do it. I would totally be on board to do another convention tour with Joshua. The big difference now, though, is I think I'd just say that because of all the work that I'm trying to put into my channel, I will probably not be going to conventions representing Beyond the Brick anymore, which I did for a number of conventions between like 2018 and 2019. But since Lego Masters, I've been growing my channel I'm now part of the Lego Ambassador Network. Boone Builds is in the Lego Ambassador Network, as is Beyond the Brick, as is Emmasaurus. So it's probably less likely that I'll be making appearances like as an official member of Beyond the Brick. But if we find ourselves at places together, I will always be happy to do convention tours with Joshua. Snowlena says with is it $5 Australia? Is that what the A is for?
Yeah, I think so.
Snowlena says, good morning, Boone and Emily from Australia. Oh, yeah, she just answered. Australia. Lovely to see you building together. Oh, thank you so much, Snowlena. Another person I met in Snowlena is another person I met in Brixie's stream.
Right? Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, I think that's where I first met a lot of these people too. It's really cool.
So I now have 2 hubs.
Ooh, that's so cool.
Snowlena, thank you very much for the $5 supporting the chat here at Boone Builds. Doc Sampson is in the chat. Cy O'Connor is here.
Hi.
Mattress, are you following season 2 of Lego Masters? I am following season 2 of Lego Masters. We've been watching. I don't get like live television, so I haven't been watching like generally on the night that it airs. Usually it's the next day I catch it.
Mm-hmm.
And Emily, you said you've been watching, right?
Yeah, we've been watching. We get like some sort of, I don't know, DirecTV app for Fox, so we can't watch when it happens, but I think like an hour later you can watch it, something like that. Cool. Yeah, it's been really fun.
I got to tell you, I don't think we're going to need to be on here for 3 hours. I think this thing's going to be done. I mean, we do have 2 bags left, but I'm putting the wheel on.
Ooh.
This is happening, folks.
Yeah, this is a lot faster of a build than I thought it would be. A lot faster.
I mean, maybe there'll just be more like like building each of the little compartments, because there are a number of those. So
yeah, definitely.
So let me ask you this, Emily. In the big Ferris wheel, we were talking on your stream about the bigger Ferris wheel. Does it, when you turn the crank or when you hook up a motor, does it power something that like drives the center of the hub? Or like this one, does it have a wheel that runs around the outside of the hub?
I don't know.
You don't know? I don't either.
Remember.
I don't know either.
I don't know. But yeah, I think it'll be kind of cool to compare the two, because yeah, I really don't know.
I mean, this seems considerably smaller to me than the one.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I knew it was going to be smaller. I guess I wasn't sure how much smaller. But I really like the size of this one because someone just sent me a text message. I really like the size of this one because it just seems really manageable for like, you know, putting in a little display or something.
Definitely. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot cheaper. It still has cool functionality with it. I don't regret buying the other one, of course. Like, it's still really cool, but I just don't know which one's gonna go into my Lego City. We will see. Maybe both. Who knows?
Well, I want to put a Ferris wheel at the top of a tower. So this one is definitely going to be manageable.
Yeah.
I'm going to make some modifications to it. It's going to become something different before it goes up there, but I definitely think it's going to be easier for me to incorporate this one into the mock that I want to use it for than the old one would have been. But I've never built it.
Oh, that's so cool. So you're going to put it on top of like a taller building, and is that how's that going to work?
I don't know.
So cool.
I haven't figured that out yet, but that's the idea. That's the plan.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
I can make it happen.
That's really fun.
Okay. Well, yeah, the wheel is together.
Ooh.
It seems like it struggles to like make contact at all times. Like it kind of slips some, but maybe that'll like get a little bit better when I have a feeling that will improve when the cars are on there. I think the cars are going to bring some stability to that wheel.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. It seems a little flimsy. Like it doesn't go the way it should yet. It's pretty decent though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it's going to be great.
It's close.
But I guess I would have imagined this is probably just so much easier. I would have imagined the center hub being what drives the Ferris wheel. But honestly, the way they've built it is probably more accurate to how a real Ferris wheel runs, with some kind of motor and a wheel, and it runs along the outside of the. All right, Morgan Winters with $2.50. Well, it's not dollar. It's 2 pounds and 50 hundredths of a pound. 50. What is that? 50 hundredths of a pound. Good evening. New sub to you both from Cornwall, UK. Wow, that's cool.
Hello.
Thank you very much, Morgan. How about that, Emily? Look
at that.
You get some subscribers from me, hopefully. I get some subscribers from you, hopefully. Yeah. And somehow us doing this together today brings in people that didn't know either of us before.
Right? Yeah, how does that work? That's cool. Yeah, well, welcome, Morgan. Ooh, so have you opened bag 4?
I just dumped out bag 4.
Okay.
Yep. Is that where you're
right
at?
along there. Right there with you.
Oh my gosh, we are so close. That's good. I like that.
I like that. That's good.
Okay, this is a little child. A child. And that reminds me of something. It is some hilarious something. Oh, a little child. It's like I want to say like Steve Carell doing a weird voice or something. I'm gonna zoom in on this because this shirt, this torso reminds me of like something real old school Lego. Like this seems like something like a shirt print we would have had in like the 80s. I say that like I remember it. But obviously there wouldn't have been printing on the back at that time.
Yeah, I like it. It's just very classic.
Yeah, doesn't it? It does. Yeah. It does looks really classic.
Yeah.
Samir says this set is motorized, I assume. It is not motorized, but you certainly could.
Yeah.
It doesn't come with a motor, but you could add a motor to it.
That's what we're going to do, I think. That'll be fun.
Marvel Kid 25 says, can we talk about the new Marvel minifig series? Can we talk about them? I mean, we can. I think they went public today, so we can talk about them. I don't know much about them. Do you know? Have you been following that, Emily? Do you know much about it?
A little bit. There's something I'm really excited for. There's some I'm a little disappointed in. Like Lady Loki, she looks cool, but I just feel like the printing on her face isn't perfect. But I mean, overall, I think they look really cool. We'll probably be getting most of them. And we also get Croaky. I guess it's like alligator Loki. Yeah. And then Frog Thor. What is that one?
Throg.
Throg. Yeah. Yeah.
Which I missed Throg in Loki.
Oh yeah.
I heard about it after the fact.
Yeah, I think Ross had to point it out because he's much more like he read all the comics, like very much into Marvel. And so he sees all these Easter eggs where I'm like, okay, yeah, this is cool. Like I'm a casual fan. I like it. And he's like, oh my gosh, there's that character. There's that. Like, this is what they're from in the comics. And I'm like, okay, cool. Thanks. Like all this background info. Kind of nice. So did you watch all of Loki? We won't do spoilers, but I'm just curious.
I did. Yep. Yeah, I watched it all. I thought it was great. It was over too fast. I felt like 6 episodes just like wasn't enough, but
yeah, I wanted more for sure. I like that there wasn't any filler. Like there was no
that's a good
episode.
point. Yeah, I can get on board with that. Okay, here we have a brick built kind of Poochie dog. Ooh. I don't know what this is, like maybe a beagle or a basset hound or something like that. I've heard some people complain about like the only things they don't like about creator sets is that all the animals are brick built.
Oh, really?
And I can kind of get on board with that. Like I can understand where people are coming from because, you know, like the new, what is it? The new sheep piece.
Yeah.
That just came with the new Disney stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That is like so adorable. And so many of like the friends and the city animals are so cute.
So adorable.
And so I can understand like wanting to have those in your collection from like kind of a collector, or even like wanting to have a lot of those sheep like in your display.
Right.
You know, if you're making, and so, you know, the castle, the Creator 3-in-1 castle that just came out, it would have been cool. I can't remember if we built little sheep for that or if we built chickens or something. I think it was chickens. And anyway, it would have been cool to have some real sheep, but I just love the line so much that like, I don't really care that the animals are brick built. Like if you want them that bad, you can like go on Bricklink and order them from like a different line.
Right.
Except goats, which apparently are like $100 or something. If you want them that bad, you can like go on Bricklink. All right, we have broken that magic 100 viewers mark.
Ooh.
Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Is that something you find you hit frequently, Emily, or is that?
I would say it's like if it's a really popular set, like just came out, we'll hit 100. I would say we're usually around the 80 mark. I would say like 60 to 80, maybe 90 if like no one else is streaming.
Yeah.
But yeah, 100, it's like, yeah, we did it. 100 people are watching. That's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like 80 is really typical for my Bricktorious live stream.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I'm having like a really exciting guest on, like we might have hit 100 that night when you were on. I don't know. But anyway, so it's fun. It's fun. Those, you know, I used to have on my YouTube channel, I used to get so stoked anytime I had a video that reached 1,000 views. Like years ago, I would like if a video reached 1,000 views, I was like, I've made it. This is it. And now, like if I put out a video and it doesn't hit 1,000 views after like the first few days, I'm like, oh, it'll be okay. It'll get there in the next week or so. Because anyway, it's so weird how those like metrics change over time to me.
Yeah.
And how like things that I used to get so excited about now are like, it would take 10 times as many for me to like be like crazy excited about it. Snowlena.
Oh, like
no, I'm sorry. I'm not giving you room to talk. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Go for it.
Snowlena with another Australian $5. Boone, our friend Bretsky watched Frozen 2 for the first time recently. Can we get a few bars of Into the Unknown to celebrate? For $5, absolutely. Into the Unknown. Can you hear that? Did I push the mic far away enough? Into the Unknown. I don't know if that's the right key. Into the Unknown. I think that's about where that dude sings it. Oh, someone is something, and a something else. Someone is watching. What if I just made up the words?
I think that'd make it.
I don't know what we're doing. Boone and Emily are building a Ferris wheel. Everyone in the live chat are chatting what they feel. Whoa. All right. There you go, Snowlena. That's all you get.
That was amazing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like sometimes people in my streams, they'll be like, okay, if we hit like 200 likes on the stream, you have to sing. And I'm like, I don't know where this came from. I don't know where you thought that this was going to happen. But then we hit 200 and they're like, you have to sing now. I'm like, I never agree. I don't know. No.
Do you sing?
No. No, I don't.
Have you ever done like karaoke?
No. I used to take voice lessons and that was a waste of money. Sorry, Mom.
What? Because it just never like it never stuck. You never really got anywhere. Or?
It just like I've just never been good. Like I don't know if you ever did like music theory in high school or like any of like those types of stuff, but like I took AP music theory, and you have to do this thing like sight singing. So they give you music and you just have to sing it. That's it. Like you don't hear it first. And I was awesome at it. Like so I can like. You
were?
Oh yeah. I was like That's awesome. Person in class where like the teacher would play this art, this four bars of something, and it's just a very simple tune. You have to write it down, like what they played. You have to like write down the sheet music. And I was that person in class that if the teacher later on wrote it on the board, like here's what I played, I'd be like, no, it wasn't. Like this is what you played. You like, that's an E, not a D or something. And I was just always very, very good at the music theory. I can't sing. Like I can hold a tune, but it won't sound good.
I was never like really great at like written music. I do it and I'm okay. Like I can arrange like a cappella stuff for voice, but like I don't have anything near that for like piano or guitar to like have that really like the written form of music theory down. Like I've got just enough to be dangerous if I want to like put together like an a cappella arrangement for a singing group to sing, but just barely enough to like make something kind of cool. But I've always been really good by ear. And when I auditioned, this is a weird story to tell, but I'm going to tell it because it's so closely related to the story you just told. When I auditioned for high school choir, the choir director did this exercise like during the audition where he would play like a series of intervals on the piano. And it would be like, dun, 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 whatever random intervals, but he knew them. He had them memorized.
Yeah.
And he would play them on the piano during your audition and you had to just sing them back. And he had 10 and they got increasingly harder. So you would do one and then you'd have to sing it back. And then he'd play another one and you'd sing it back. And they just got harder and harder as you went up the 10. And what was the point of this? Oh, some years later, like I was in that choir, I auditioned as a sophomore and I was, did that choir and a bunch of other choir stuff with that choir director all through high school. And at the very end of high school, he told, I don't remember if he told me directly or if he like told somebody and then they told me that there was only I was the only person who ever got all 10.
Really?
Like in that audition, like in your first audition with that choir teacher, because you never have another opportunity to do it again.
Yeah.
He just kind of does that, and then that's part of his process in placing you in one of the choirs. And so I found out years later, like 3 years later, I found out that I had gotten all 10 of them correct. Oh, and he doesn't tell you how many you got right.
Oh, wow.
It's just like his secret knowledge about how he's testing you. And there were other various, kind of, exercises that he ran you through in that audition. But yeah, so like 3 years later, I learned that I had gotten all 10 right. And that he'd never had another student who got all 10 right.
That's so cool.
And it was weird. It was like, wow, okay, cool.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
But I don't have like perfect pitch or anything. Like I started that Into the Unknown, and it's probably somewhat close. Like I was probably within like that guy sings that so high in the credits. Who is it? It's like Panic at the Disco or somebody.
Oh yeah, Brendan Urie, right?
Yeah, in the credit version of that song.
Yeah.
It is so high. And so I was probably within a step or a step and a half either direction of being accurate on that, but I have no idea. All right, that went to a weird place.
That's so cool though.
For Lego building conversation. All right, we're building the pods. What would you call these?
Cars?
Carts?
You still have pod racing on your mind?
Yeah. Are there just 4? There's just 4 carts.
Is that it? Really? Huh.
Oh, no. Maybe there's 8 and we do... There must be 8.
Next bag. Yeah. I guess the next bag has more of them.
Yep, that's right. There's 8 and we do 2 in each, or 4, 2 different colors, 4 total carts in each bag.
Gotcha.
Ryan Brickbuild says, Lego, music, it's all creativity. I actually know I feel like a lot of Lego people are like somewhat musically inclined.
I think so. Yeah.
So, let's see. Who's the guy? Marcos Bessa designed, what was his most recent design? He's designed a bunch of stuff. I think he designed Diagon Alley. I think he may have designed, what's the most recent thing I heard him designing? But he was one of the people they had on that Lego Con day.
Oh yeah, okay.
The designers they had on. And he actually is from, I think he's from Portugal, and he was on Portugal's version of The Voice.
Really?
Like he was a contestant, he was a singer on The Voice.
Oh, that's so cool.
Portugal. And Justin Ramsden is one of my favorite Lego designers, and he designed the Yellow Submarine, he designed the Speedwagon Batmobile, he designed the big Hogwarts, he designed the Monkey King mech. I'm trying to think of what else I have around here that he was designer on. And he was in a band in the UK before he went and got his job as a Lego designer.
Huh.
So I went and found, it was funny, I went and found, they both have SoundCloud. So Marcos and Justin Ramsden both have SoundCloud accounts where you can go listen to their old music.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this is some next level Lego nerd.
Right.
Nerdery here when I'm trying to find the old music projects of Lego designers.
That's so neat though. I love that. Just seeing how people are creative, not only in Lego. They have different creative outlets as well. It's really cool.
Yeah, super fun.
Oh, hey, Tiago's in the chat. What's going on, Tiago?
Whoa, speaking of Lego product designers, Tiago.
Welcome.
Tiago in the chat. Yo, what's up, guys? Tiago says, hey. Tiago, designer, product designer of one of my all-time favorite sets, the Lego Ship in a Bottle.
Ah, cool.
Is Sadovich in the chat?
We actually just bought that.
Jake Sadovich was, yep. Oh, Jake Sadovich says, I want to say gondola for the car on a.
Oh.
I like that word.
I like it.
Jake was the fan designer of Ship in a Bottle. Tiago, the product designer of Ship in the Bottle, and they're both in the chat today.
Aw, so cool.
We was a contestant on The Voice Denmark as well. Does that mean he was, or you had a contestant?
Or was Tiago the contestant?
Or was I a contestant on The Voice? Yeah, what does it mean?
What does this mean?
Yeah, Tiago says, yo, Jake. Tiago, you got to tell us. Tiago and Jake are both in the live chat. This is awesome. This is awesome, everybody.
So
We've got some, he was. So Tiago says he was.
Oh, right on.
So he was also, Marcos was also a contestant on The Voice in Denmark.
Did he win? How far did he get?
I feel like we would have heard. Did he win either of them, Tiago?
Yeah, I'm really curious now.
And Tiago, you're a piano player, right? Is that true? Or you're an organist or a piano player or something like that? Tiago, I think, designed the miniature pipe organ that is in the this thing right here, the haunted mansion, haunted house.
Oh, cool.
Not haunted mansion, that's something else.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that set, but it's one I want to. I really want to.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. I'm going to try to, so that same thing I was telling you about that I want to put the Ferris wheel at the top of.
Yeah.
I also want to incorporate a similar mechanism to the free fall drop that's in the haunted house. But I don't really want to take my haunted house apart, so I'm going to just be like borrowing the techniques and not actually taking the pieces apart. But this Ferris wheel probably is going to actually become something else.
I feel like that just pains me when I see mock builders just destroying sets to build something different. And I understand that's, you know, part of the process, but it's like, why are you destroying these modulars? No, I don't know. It hurts me to see it sometimes.
Tiago said, no, but he didn't win, but I think he went as far as the semifinals or something on The Voice in Denmark.
Oh, wow.
Cool. Yeah, y'all, if you're not following Tiago, go follow Tiago. He has just blown up. Tiago in like a year, right? Like he started, I want to say he started in January of 2020. And by January of 2021, he had hit like 100,000 subscribers or something like that, or something crazy.
That is crazy.
Tiago's tearing it up with the content. I just can't put stuff out that fast. I don't know. Maybe I'm like too much of a perfectionist or something like that. Maybe I have too. I think maybe the images I have in my mind of like what I want my content to be are like too lofty. That then I don't really like. I often don't start or I don't finish the things I've already started because I have this grandiose image in my head of like what I want this content to be like, and then I just don't think I'll ever achieve that. I don't know.
No, that makes sense. Sometimes I kind of do that, or I'll just like really procrastinate making certain types of videos that might take a little bit longer. And it's like, I don't know. It's just hard because I want to be able to like film and edit a video in a day. Otherwise, it just kind of gets pushed to the back.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's hard to do.
Oh, I totally get what you're saying. At the beginning of the year, I had this great plan that I was going to have like a bunch of videos that would take less than a day to produce, and then like a handful of videos that would take exactly a day to produce, and then just like one or two videos at a time that would take like more than a day to produce, like maybe, you know, parts of some weeks, and I would just put one of those out like every month, like maybe once a month I would release a video that took release a video that took more than a day to produce. But
right,
I don't know, it kind of got away from me. Like it didn't really ever work.
Yeah, Shy saying to batch record, it's the best way. It is. It's just tiring. The most I've done is 3 videos in a day.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy it. It was too much.
Yeah, and I do that for like my build camps. Like I'll shoot 6 days worth of content in one day, but then get 0 of the editing done, right? Like on that day. But I don't know. For my YouTube channel, I just don't have the ideas like all put together. That's what I need. I need like a season of life. I need a season of life where I can kind of plan things out a little bit farther ahead. Melissa is here with the $20 super chat. Thank you, Melissa. You are awesome. London Bridge Bricks is coming in to say hello, everyone.
Oh, hey
everyone. Hello, chat. Mm-hmm. And I actually haven't published a produced video in like a month or more, because I've just been live streaming, and it's just so, I don't know, I'm just so used to it. I'm so used to live streaming, but I know that live streaming is a different type of content. I can't have, my expectations for how a live stream is going to perform over time have to be different from like well-produced content. So I don't know.
It's definitely different. Because live streams, usually it's during that stream, maybe later that day, and then the video's done. like no one really watches after that, at least for mine. But videos, at least you get a little bit more growth long term. It's still, maybe a few days depending on if it picks up for whatever reason, but it's usually just like, it's a little bit more long term growth, I think. Oof.
Yeah. So I am tempted to alternate these, like it shows to put the green ones together. Also, I made a mistake on the red ones, and then I decided to repeat it on the green ones, where my awnings alternate. Instead of being identical, they're like opposite, and sometimes I'm okay with just making those weird little changes as I build.
So, I made that mistake as well, and I just realized it, but I'm also okay with it.
Yeah.
Huh. Oops.
But I don't know if I like having like the two red gondolas. I'm going to go with Jake's word. I don't know if I like having the two red gondolas together and then the two green gondolas together. I might want to space them out more.
Yeah. Look at the box.
Like do like a full like rotation of the.
Yeah. Yeah, I might mix it up later. I think I'll do what it says, and then I'll play with it a little later on.
All right, I'm with you on that. I'll do it. You convinced me. And I'm blown away that there's nothing like going through these things to keep them on there. It's just like they're just sort of studded on, Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that they would be a little bit, I don't know, more connected.
Right.
It's kind of weird.
I know exactly what you're saying. I feel exactly the same way. But if it works, it works. Cool.
It does work. So that is good.
But I feel like with a if there was an Apollo brick in there instead of or an Apollo stud in there instead of a standard 1x1 round plate, you could put a bar through and it would hold it all together. I wonder if it would make it. Oh, it wouldn't spin anymore if you did that.
I just realized that mine were on backwards, so the door was facing the wrong way, so they wouldn't actually be able to leave. Oops.
I thought about that right as you were saying it. Okay, the wheel that powers the wheel, the tire that powers the big wheel, definitely seems to be like slipping less now that there's some cars on there. So let's see what happens in bag 5. I'm going to full size this. There you go. Thank you again, Melissa, for the $20 super chat. Really appreciate you. You're awesome. Awesome. Josh Osborne with a 79 hundredths of a pound. Is that right?
Are they called cents over there? Did they call them cents?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know what they are. I feel so bad. Seth Build says, "Oh, so thank you very much, Josh Osborne, for your super chat, super sticker." Or maybe it's just a super chat with no caption. Appreciate you being here. Did I see Cody O? Is Cody O in the... I thought I saw Cody's thing. Maybe not. All right.
Pence. They're pence.
Pence. 79 pence.
Oh.
Thank you, Sai. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Captain Zan, with another great correct answer. Bretsky said mods. What did Bretsky say mods about? Mods? Yes, I'm making some mods to this, and I plan to make a lot of mods to this. I plan to make this part of a larger amusement park type attraction. Did I do that right?
What's up?
Oh, I guess it's interesting to me that the crank is on the front. Like this is really designed more to be played with because the crank is on the front of the Ferris wheel, where it seems like usually they would hide something like that in the back, I want to hook a motor up to this and see how long it will run on a motor.
Huh.
Because
I'm excited to play with this a little bit.
Maybe I'll try to motorize this thing before we end the stream today. I've got batteries back here with a.
Yeah, do it.
All right. I'm dumping out bag 5. Are you there?
I am here. I got it.
I'm so amazed at how well we have like stayed.
Right? I'm actually very proud of myself. I build very slow on streams. And this one I've been able to keep up. So that's good.
Yeah. Justin Halen, come on. Says, does Ross know about Emily cheating with Boone on a live stream? You call it just like because we're live streaming together?
What?
That's harsh.
We're hanging.
We're just hanging out.
We're building Lego sets.
Oh, maybe you do end up putting these into there. I think he just means like. Did you ever see that old podcast? I saw this old funny video. There was a podcast. It was these two podcasters, and they had this podcast, and then the one guy ended up like starting to do a podcast with someone else, and then the reaction, the whole video was just like a comedy video about the reaction being like they were in like a romantic relationship, and he was cheating on him. But it was just podcasting, you know what I mean? So it was like totally playing. I think that's what Jonathan was doing there. Maybe not. I don't remember who that was. Oh, Justin. Jonathan says, do you like bees? Question from Boone Builds. Do you like bees? What do you mean, do I like bees? I don't like them when they sting me.
That's a weird question.
Said, have you met Jeff Bergman, a.k.a. Bugs Bunny, and Eric Bauza, a.k.a. Daffy Duck? I have been acquainted with Jeff Bergman via online sources, but not Eric. And I have not met either of them in person. Tommy Rich says, oh, what?
Oh, I was just going to ask you about your Space Jam stuff. I forgot to ask you about that before. How was that? Like that whole experience? That seems so cool.
It was incredibly fun. Yeah, it was awesome. I don't know. I'm not sure I know exactly what to say about it other than it was great.
Yeah. Like how long did you have to work on that build?
Well, I didn't have all the pieces. Like I didn't even have some of the pieces until the day I had to deliver it.
Oh gosh.
It was incredibly stressful.
Yeah.
I didn't really start building in I built 2 copies of the backboard, and each one was about 10,000 pieces. So it was like 20,000 piece build. And I didn't even start on it until I didn't start putting bricks together until like 3 or 4 days before the shoot. So it was just a wild, intense number of days of me just like standing right here building that thing.
Oh my goodness.
But the shoot was incredible. And everybody on the shoot was so kind and awesome. Yeah,
That's so
it was
exciting.
Great. And the explosion was so loud. Like we were not even in the same room, and the explosion was just incredible.
I saw in the video you guys had like headphones on or like ear whatevers.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the pyrotechnics guy wouldn't even let us be near it.
Wow.
We were like on Lego Masters. Apparently they felt confident enough that those pyrotechnics would not be dangerous to us if we stood far enough away.
Yeah.
And we watched them. We watched them get blown up.
Oh my goodness.
But on that Space Jam thing, we definitely had to leave the room. Somebody's gonna come and tell me that like my memory is incorrect on that and be like, no, we were not there when they blew them up. But I remember being there. Emily Dawson says, hi, Emmasaurus.
Oh, hi.
Got a lot of people saying hello in the live chat. All right. Did you build your larger Ferris wheel, or did Ross build it?
I think Ross built most of that one. Yeah, that was... When did we build that? I think we built it where we used to live, and we moved back in like fall of last year, and so just transporting all our Lego is not fun. There were a few casualties, like we transported to Disney Castle and it just like got destroyed, and then also the roller coaster. It was bad. It took a while to get it back, but
so you have in your city kind of a Disney area, is that right?
Yeah.
And what have you been to Disney theme parks?
Yeah, I grew up in Orlando, so I was there pretty often. And whenever I go home, I do try to go, even if it's just like downtown Disney for free, just kind of look around. Plus, now that I'm like more into Lego, I do like going to the Lego store there, and that's probably my favorite Lego store, at least that I've been to. So it's always really fun. Yeah. That's the only Disney park I've been to, though. So I'm hoping to make it out to California at some point. I think that would be really fun.
As someone who is from Florida and you've been to Disney World a number of times.
Yeah.
What do you hear people say about Disneyland California, like in relation to Disney World?
Oh, that's a good question. I'd say the main thing is that it's smaller, but it's so compact. Like everywhere you look is just Disney. Whereas Orlando is a lot more spread out.
Okay.
Also at Orlando, it's a lot of the, it's like its own town. Like there's no buildings around that aren't Disney. And so you don't ever like lose the magic, I guess, of just seeing like a high rise right next to you. Whereas that's what I've heard is the case at Disneyland, is you're like right downtown. So there's buildings everywhere. There's like hotels right there. Which isn't a bad thing. It's just different.
Yeah. I think you have to leave the park to feel that way, because I feel like within the gates of Disneyland specifically, I feel like they do an incredible job of keeping the outside world out.
Yeah.
But I do think that like when you're in California Adventure, there are like some nearby hotels that you can see. And then of course, if when people say that, if they're talking about like just the like walking around, like if you walk out of the gates of the park and you walk around, then like certainly yes, it just feels like you're in California.
Right. Have you been to both parks before? Or either?
I've never been to Florida.
No.
So that's why I asked. And the thing I always hear is that Florida is like I guess is it the Magic Kingdom is the part of Florida that is a lot like Disneyland in California? Is that?
I think so, yeah.
Right.
Like the Magic Kingdom there.
And so I've heard that there's not that great of a difference, except that in Florida everything is so much more spread out.
Yeah.
And then like there's a lot more like parks, right? Like there's more, just the whole thing in Florida is like way bigger. But like the kind of the Disneyland, like the Magic Kingdom part is just a lot like Disneyland, but more spread out. And I'll tell you what, I do so much walking when I go to Disneyland that I have never had the desire to do more walking. You know what I mean? So I'm like, why would I go to a park where things are more spread out?
Yeah.
Because doing Disneyland just seems massive and huge, you know? So to imagine that, and I hear that like you'd use the tram a lot, maybe if you're doing different parks and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to. There might be a way to walk it, but we've never done that. And I don't think people do, because it's really just, it's that far apart.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I don't know. It's really fun. Basically, like whenever we go, we bring like ibuprofen just because our feet hurt so much just from walking everywhere. And as soon as you take ibuprofen, then you're good. Like you can keep doing your Disney. But yeah, it's exhausting for sure.
We always bring like ibuprofen definitely, and like moleskin. Have you ever used moleskin? It's like it's this stuff you can get like in the bandage aisle at the the drugstore, and you can put it. It's like just sort of the sticky part of a Band-Aid, but the other side of it is like super soft. That's why they call it moleskin, because it's like this itty bitty tiny, fur basically on a piece of sticker. And so then you can put that, like you can stick that right to your feet, like in the spots where your shoes rub, or you can put it on your shoes, and then it's like a soft part. It creates like a soft part instead of like whatever fabric on your shoe like rubs your feet, So usually like if you use it, like if you just go half a day, and then you sort of like ask yourself like, okay, where are my feet starting to hurt from like my shoes rubbing?
Yeah.
And then you can put moleskin there either on your foot or on the shoe, and it helps a ton.
Wow. Yeah, I've never heard of that. We'll have to try it next time. Yeah, really I love Disney advice because I don't know. It's often just so exhausting going, but usually worth it. Usually it's really fun.
Oh yeah. It's one of my favorite things to do. But I've only been to California, so
Yeah, there's something I really want to do is like go to the California one and see the Avengers compound. I don't know if you've heard about that one, but it just sounds so cool. It sounds like so much fun.
They were building it the last time we were there, so it used to be like the Bugs Life area.
Oh, okay.
And probably like 2 times ago we were there, they had shut down Bugs Life, and then the last time we were there, it was apparent that they were building like Avengers, because all the signage was like coming in the future or whatever.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it was really, I'm excited about it, but it's hard for me to tell from the advertisements what's there. Like, are there rides there, or is it more like a place where you like meet? Somebody's walking to my front door. I wonder what they're doing. They must have just dropped off a package or something, because they're already gone.
Okay.
I have this one tiny window on that side of my studio, and I can see people going up to my front door.
Oh yeah.
And there's nothing I can do about it while I'm streaming, because it's like way in a different part of the house, but I can just see them.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I haven't really had that happen yet. Like my dog will just start barking and I'm like, okay, I guess there's a package there. I'll grab it later. Thanks for letting me know, dog. Good.
Yeah. I always kind of like have these weird, like I wonder, like a dream, like not a dream, but like I wonder if Bam Crest Hill, always a great supporter of Boone Builds. Bricks and Minifigs Crest Hill with $2 says, hi Boone and Emily, watching you live in store.
Hey.
Oh, cool. Like, what does that mean? Do you have like a big screen up on in the store and we're on? That would be cool.
Oh, that would be cool.
That would be fun. Hello to everyone. If there's like a store full of people at Crest Hill Bricks and Minifigs, hi from us.
Hello. Do you have a Bricks and Minifigs near you?
We have not only the original Bricks and Minifigs location, less than an hour away from where I live, but we have 3 other locations in the Portland area. So it started here, and I think 2 of the locations that we have. Oh, there's someone else. What is going on? I wonder if I should open my garage door and see what they've got going on. Okay, this is weird, but I'm going to go see what's going on with this guy, okay?
Yeah, no, of course.
All right, I'll be right back.
Hey, chat. Man, let's see. Greetings from Colorado. Hey, Larry, welcome. Nathaniel is saying, I want to visit a Bricks and Minifigs. I'm happy that we have one in Austin, and I go there quite often, probably like twice a week, and I just love it. There's always new inventory there, and yeah, it's crazy. Like sometimes I'll go there and I'll find a set like Wally. Is it behind me? I have like my Wally way over in the corner there, and I found it there once, and it had only been on the shelf for like 45 minutes or so. And I bought it because I knew it wouldn't stay there till tomorrow. Like if I took the time to think about it, it would be gone. So yeah, you always have to kind of grab it while it's there. But it is kind of cool. And then there's a few down in San Antonio as well that we've gone to before. It's just really fun. Like, because at the Lego store, you kind of know what you're going to get. You know, you're going to find, you know, whatever's currently being sold by Lego, as long as it's in stock. But at Bricks and Minifigs, there's like used sets. There's kind of like new in box, but old sets, and it's just so much fun. We find some really good stuff there. We also got like half our modulars from there, so that's been pretty cool.
It's pizza delivery, guys. Did you send pizza?
No.
Somebody sent pizza, but I have to pay for it. I don't know what's going on. It's like two delivery people showed up at the same time, one with pizza and one with Italian, but I feel like I'm being punked.
I did not send you pizza. I don't know where you live.
I'll be back.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
That's so weird. I've never had that happen to me. Like, I kind of wish it would, but it was like prepaid or something, you know, like food would just show up and I don't have to pay for it. That's so bizarre. That is so weird. Don't open the door. It's like in a scary movie when they say, I'll be right back. Sigh, don't say that. Stellana's saying, you say you don't sing, but you sing the Bricks and Minifig song. What is the Bricks and Minifig song? Is there a song? I don't know. I just talk about them a lot. Don't pay for it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, just send it back. I don't know. Well, now he has food for dinner, so that's good. It's like swatting, but instead they sent pizza. Oh my goodness. I sent pizza from Japan. Yeah, I don't know what I would do. It's like, what? Why is there pizza? I know that there actually is. So like for those of y'all familiar with my channel, I usually have like a disco ball behind me. And when I get super chats or super stickers, it goes off. And there's actually something you can do with Domino's or Pizza Hut, or like if you get a super chat or like some sort of support, Pizza Hut or Domino's will like send you pizza once you hit like a certain threshold. And I'm like, I want to do that. Did you get your food?
I am back. I didn't get any food.
Did you shoo them away?
I shooed them away.
That's so weird.
All right. Here we go.
That is so bizarre.
Grant says that used to happen years ago, but I haven't heard of that in a long time.
Oh my gosh. Oh, hey, Lego loser.
Seth Builds Lego says wrong house. Yeah, wrong house.
That is so strange. Trevor Baker's asking if you check with toppings.
Sorry about that, everybody.
It's just so weird. Why did that happen?
Emmasaurus says, we're having salmon now, still listening though.
Oh, good.
There's a lot of axes on this Ferris wheel. I think they're hammers, and I'm not sure what they're for yet. But yeah, you can see right here, I've got a bunch of hammers. You probably were able to use that time to get way ahead of me, huh?
I don't think so. Not that much. Where are you at? I've done the two I've done 2 of the 4 from this bag.
Okay, I've got 2 that are totally done, and I've got 2 that are like half done.
Yeah, I think we're actually at the same place still, even though you just left for 5 minutes. Oh no, I'm slow.
Oh, now I've done the awnings right on these 2, which makes me think now I've either got to fix the ones from before, or I need to do something else. I don't know. All right, I've got to make a decision right now. Do I go back and forth, or do I make them all the way they're supposed to be? I like the back and forth.
I kind of like that more.
I like just a little bit of variation. I remember doing that as a kid too with Lego sets. Like sometimes if I just noticed something and like it was not like quite the way I wanted it, I would just change it on the fly, like while I was building a Lego set.
Oh wow.
And sometimes I still do that. Sometimes. This thing is very close. This thing's very close to being done.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Are you gonna try to hook it up to a motor?
I think I will.
I think that'd be cool to see.
Let's see. Larry Legoland said, free food at the door. Someone really likes you and did something awesome. It's poisoned or it's poisoned. Not a gamble you ever want to take. It wasn't free. Nobody had paid for this food. Snow Lena with a $5 super chat says, pineapple on pizza, yes or no? I don't like pineapple on pizza.
Ooh, I do. I like it. You? Yeah. I'm not like obsessed with it. Like it's not my favorite, but I like it.
I'm not opposed to eating a slice of pizza that has pineapple on it, but I will pick the pineapple off and then it will no longer be a slice of pizza that has pineapple on it. And I might even eat the pineapple. I'm not afraid of pineapple. I just am not really into I'm not into into eating the pineapple with my pizza. I actually don't like any fruits or I don't like any fruits or vegetables on my slices of pizza. I would much rather have like a salad on the side or something.
My favorite is just cheese. Like I just want cheese pizza. That's it. Like very simple. That's all I want.
Well, there you go. Thank you, Snow Lena, for the $5 super chat. You're awesome. Cool.
Ooh, this is coming along well. This is very cool.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. All right. It's going to take me, as soon as I'm done building this, I'm going to try to hook up a motor. It's going to take me just like a moment to like figure out what extra pieces I'm going to need. I feel like some past creator sets, they have built them like very intentionally so that like a power functions motor can just hook right up. But anyway, this one looks like it's going to need a little bit of extra something.
I feel like I'm missing a piece. One of those like dark gray ones. I think it's got to be here somewhere though.
All right. Let's see. During the 24-hour, the brick Beyond the Brick 24-hour live stream a few years ago, a guy named Stuart Roll would sometimes send us pizzas like in the middle of the night because we were on for 24 hours.
Oh my gosh.
But he paid for them. So when they showed up, they could just drop them off. Bam, Crest Hill, $5. Customer question. Since COVID, quality control has gone down a lot at Lego. Thoughts/concerns, missing parts, stickers, and instruction steps. What? Based on what? Like, how do you know? Is that based on your personal experience, or like, do people talk about that, or like, I don't know. I don't know what like the. Oh no. This isn't coming on, which means I've probably got a dead battery. I'll have to find some batteries. Okay. So I don't know. Bricks and minifigs. I have yet to experience any quality control issues, but if they're happening, I guess people out there will have thoughts and feelings about that, but I don't, because I haven't seen it. All right. But thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Emily, have you run into any of those?
I feel like really it hasn't been like quality control as much as just less Lego sets. And I feel like that's to be expected. I think that's starting to pick up again. So that's good. I don't know. I remember around Christmas, there was just nothing on the shelves in terms of Lego.
Oh, you mean like not necessarily fewer new things being produced, but like the production quantities.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So, and yeah, that's to be expected. They had like different factories shut down, but there it is. Good. But yeah, I don't think I haven't seen anything with quality control. Stickers are not good lately. Huh, maybe.
I haven't noticed that, but perhaps that's true.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. I have installed all of the carts, and now it is time for me to stick in the...
Oh, I just started doing that too.
I guess they do go there. Were these Apollo studs all along? They were. All that talk I did earlier about if these were Apollo studs, we could put a bar through. And look, we do.
Oh.
We just wait until the very end. So now, yes, these have much more. They're much more connected than it seemed they were going to be at first glance.
Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, before I was like kind of nervous because I thought that this would just fall apart if it was just held on by that one stud. I'm glad it's not. There we go.
Yeah. I actually thought about changing it, and for some reason I was thinking about how this worked, and like maybe it would be I don't know, maybe it would be something that like if you stick the bar into that Technic axle or Technic pin, I thought maybe it would put too much friction in there and they wouldn't spin anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But this is exactly how I imagined this working. I feel like the hammer is a little bit of an interesting choice. Maybe it's the best bar with like something to like stop it at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, this seems really cool. I think this is a good way to do it. Cool. One side is done.
All right. So close. I'm going to see if I can find some batteries to put in this power. Maybe I'll just get a different power thing, because I don't really need this to be like powered up. I could just use an old power functions motor. All right, in the live chat, who wants to see this thing get motorized before the end of the stream?
I definitely do.
Yay or nay?
Emily Dawson says yes.
All right. We're almost there. I just have 2 more hammers to put in. Nathanos says Nathanos says sounds good, so yay. Or sounds fun or something.
Yay.
I lost it now. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna go back here and get a motor. But that's pretty much done, everybody. I don't know if I can turn this on its side. That's the strange thing about having... Oh, you can see Emily's pretty well.
Oh.
I'll be right back.
Sounds good. Yeah, we're just finishing up. I have like 4 more of these little hammers to put in, and then we're done. So it is going well. Yeah, there's an overwhelming yes in the chat. The soonest thing motorized. Awesome. There we go. Ooh, could use some minifigs in there. Yeah, I think you're right.
All right, so I'm going to see if I can make this work by just putting... This is like an XL motor, which I think the XL motor spins slower and has more torque. But I'm going to see if I can just put that right on there with 2... The reason I'm using the XL motor is because this connection here has 2 like half pin connectors right here, but nothing on the top side. So a motor like this with a connector on like either side of the axis of the motor would only have one place to connect. But this XL motor has 2, so I'm going to hope that I can just connect this that way with no other connection points. And we'll just see if it works. All right. But I need one more 1.5 length Technic pin. Let me see if I can find one.
There's a little guy in there. So cute. There we go. Moto saying spin that so hard all the figures fly off. Oh my gosh. Captain Zan saying it looks like a fun build. It was so much fun, and you know, pun intended, it was very fun. Yeah, this is definitely worth it. Oh, come on. Also comes with this cute little puppy. So cute.
All right, I can't find my Technic pins, so I'm not going to be able to do that. But maybe I'll just see what happens if I put it on with one. I can't do the XL motor because it's too big. It runs into this other little axle here. So I'm going to try one Technic pin on a smaller motor.
Axel's asking what motor I'm going to use. I don't actually have one handy. They're all kind of hooked up in the Lego City right now, but I don't know. I'll play with it. I don't want it to go super fast. Like a normal good rate would be ideal.
All right. So if I wanted to do this, if I wanted to do this like permanently, I would come up with a bit more of a more thoughtful connection here. But for right now, all I'm doing is I just put, let's go a little bit closer. I just put one of these Technic pins with a half. Focus. Woo! Psychedelic, man. So a Technic pin with a half right there, and then that will engage this hole right here in this half-wide Technic kind of lift arm assembly. And that'll hold it on long enough to like for us to do a test. It's not what I would do if I wanted this thing to run like long term. but it should work for this test. And this will be more exciting if we see the thing. And now you're going to see more of my mess back there, but oh well, who cares? Are you ready?
I am ready.
I have no idea what's going to happen. Why won't it focus? Put this in the middle.
It's having some trouble.
There we go.
Okay.
3,
cool.
2, 1.
Aww.
Woohoo!
That is so cute. I love that.
There you have it, everybody.
That is so cute.
Motorized Creator 3-in-1 Ferris wheel 31119. All right. I'm tempted to just like see how long it'll run. Like, will it just keep running and running and running? Because like in the context of like if I want to put this, I intend to modify this Ferris wheel and put it at the top of put it within a mock, like a amusement park style mock. So I'll want to take that to display at places. But you know, when you're displaying something that moves, you know, for hours and hours and hours, it can be problematic. So I'll have to see how long. Can I set this up? I'm going to set this up on a wish me luck here. I'm moving the whole thing.
Stress. Okay.
There. So I would love to see if it'll run for like hours and hours, or if it starts to cause any problems. Which you know, I will say I've heard people. Do you know about GBC, Great Ball Contraption?
No.
Okay, so Great Ball Contraption are these things that people build out of Lego that just like send these like little Lego basketball and soccer balls around and around and around and around and around. And all the modules are designed to have a standard like input and output so that you can stick, you know, Joe Schmo's module right next to, you know, Jane Doe's module, and they'll like feed the balls from one into the next one. And some of them are like conveyor belts, and some of them are like big corkscrews, and some of them are just like hoppers that like fling balls over, and they build all kinds of different things. And some of the most popular Lego videos on YouTube are Great Ball Contraption videos, because like, especially like the ones where they, you know, like if you go to a convention and you get someone who knows a lot about them talking about all of them, and if they've got like 100 there, it takes hours to do the tour. So then those videos like end up doing really well. But
that's so cool. Yeah, I haven't heard of that. I'll have to check it out.
But so cool. I've heard people say like, why hasn't Lego done a line of Great Ball Contraption? And people's response is always because it puts too much wear on the parts. But my rebuttal to that is, if you run this for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, it's gonna start putting too much wear on the parts, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's gonna be plastic dust in here, and there's gonna be parts that are no longer the shape that they were originally. It might be imperceptible to the human eye. Tiago said, I'm assuming Lego must have tested it thoroughly with motors as well. It's the kind of model that is asking to be motorized by fans. Yeah. Definitely.
Especially with the motor on the front there.
Oh, what's the song? When I was a kid, I had this Ferris, I had a Fisher-Price Little People Ferris wheel. And it was a music box too. So you'd wind it up and then it would start going around, and it played a song that went, I remember it just like it was yesterday.
Huh. I can't say I also know that song.
No, it's fine. I think you would only know that song if you had that toy when you were a kid. Well, what do you think of it, Emily? Is it cool all around?
It is very cool. It was very fun. And yeah, I really like it. Like, it's just like really colorful. It's nice because it's just kind of a smaller, compact version of the Creator Expert version. So I do really like that about it.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a great, and I mean, to be this small and compact, and I mean, it's not tiny. I think if you had the carousel and you put this next to the carousel, Like they would look good together. It just looks pretty small compared to the big creator expert one.
Yeah.
But for this size, I'm still very pleased that they got 8 gondolas on there. I need to fill this up with people.
I filled it up. I put a few of them in there.
Did you?
Yeah, and it's pretty cute. There we go.
All right. I'm going to stop it and maybe put some people in. Jordan Thill says, "Go Boone." The MB season 1. What's MB? Master Builder season 1. People's Champ. Thank you very much, Jordan. I appreciate you. Appreciate you watching. Well, what do you think, Emily? Should we call it a day?
I guess so. Yeah.
I'm going to turn mine back on. Hey, thank you all so much for watching. If you are watching this and you haven't seen part 1 of Emily and I building this Lego Creator 3-in-1 carousel, you can find the link in the video description. You can also find a link to Emmasaurus' channel. And please go subscribe there if you haven't done so before. You're all incredible. Emily, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you so much, Boone. This is so much fun.
And thanks for having me on your channel earlier. This is a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yeah, this is a
all right, Lego Loser, Christian M, Josh Osborne, Moto, Nathanos, Captain Zan, Aubrey, Nick, Kellyanne. Thank you all so much for being here. Bretsky, we'll see you around. And until next time, I hope you all